Hello YouTube, this is yesterday's tractors, and today we're going to be working on this Massey Ferguson 35. This tractor is a 3-cylinder Perkins diesel, and overall, nice tractor. I like it, loader tractor. I use it to feed hay to horses we have there, and as long as you have a weight on the back end, it works pretty well. It's got some kind of store-bought compact tractor bucket on it. Got a crankshaft driven hydraulic pump for the loader. Loader reservoir is in the loader frame on the other side there. A few issues with this tractor. One of them is got a bad ground. I think it's just a simple matter of cleaning this this clamp here. There's some corrosion in there and stuff, so it causes it to sometimes tick when you turn the key instead of starting. And the biggest issue though is, as you can see, I kind of have this partially apart. When you the rear lift doesn't work. It was working fine for me one day, and 3 days later I go put it on my big snow blower to blow some snow. Went to lift the snow blower after I got hooked up, wouldn't lift it at all. Unhooked the snow blower because maybe if the pump was weak it would lift the arms on its own. Wouldn't even lift the arms, lifted them maybe an inch in 10 minutes of running. So definitely something wrong there. I've taken this inspection cover off and had a look, and I don't see oil. Usually there's a relief valve that can go, and usually you'll see oil spraying out of there, but I didn't see any oil spraying out of there, and I didn't see any bad O-rings up under here. I've kind of got oil spilt everywhere. I did notice the oil in this is not healthy at all. It should not look like that brown milky color. Now, about exactly a year ago, I fully rebuilt the hydraulic pump in this tractor, and it was working fine. Worked fine all last winter on the snowblower, worked fine all summer on the brush hog and whatnot. So that's why it's frustrating now that it's quit working. I'm hoping it's a simple matter of the filter screen maybe is clogged with some slush. We had colder weather for about a month before the lift stopped working, so I don't think that the pump is froze and burst, but that's always a possibility. Yeah, so hopefully there's no extreme damage. If I hear sometimes the filter screens can break and let dirt in, but again, that's a possibility. I'm thinking if that happened though, it would happen more over time instead of going from one day working fine to the next time you use it not working at all. But again, I won't know, I guess, till I take it apart and see what's going on. I guess I'll take this top cover off and have a look at that filter, and if that filter is not dirty at all, then we'll have to look into the pump. If the filter is dirty, we'll try giving it a good clean and seeing if the hydraulics are working. So I will get back to you when this cover is off. This cover is pretty simple to take off. You gotta take the seat off first, so there's 2 bolts here to hold the seat on. And then there's bolts all around the outside of this cover. Don't take out the bolts on the inside, like this one here, and this one, and then there's 2 at the back. These bolts hold your lift cylinder itself into the top plate. If you take this off while this cover is on, that'll drop down into the pump. You don't want that. So just take the outside bolts off if this is something you gotta do on yours. And yeah, so I'll get back to you when we have this cover off. Alrighty, I'm back. I haven't quite got that cover off yet, because something I forgot to mention that's pretty important, like I say again, if this is something that you're going to do on your tractor, is to have a good look inside here. Hang on a sec, get a light. And you see, this is the pump. This is the pump controller, and these 2 arms that come down, they go behind it, like to the front of the tractor, from this controller here. Put it back on, and you have them opposite, like this on the back side, then it'll never work, and you'll be confused for a while trying to figure that out. So that's a helpful tip, is to remember that this is to the back of the tractor. These arms are to the front of the tractor. Okay, let's get this cover off. Alrighty, I got the cover off. Just a little warning that cover over there is extremely heavy. Okay, I wrestled it off by myself. If you're a smaller person, I suggest you get help with it. I probably should have got help with it, just so you don't hurt yourself or drop it, something like that. But anyway, okay, we got that cover off. If you look down in here, you can see the top of the pump. These are the poppet valves. These 4 little circular things you see. And the pump is just barely submerged in oil still. This here is the top of the filter housing. So I'm going to have to drain the oil out in order to expose that and be able to have a look at what's going on. But first let's do a simple test of this little hole here is where the oil comes out of on the pump. There will be a little tube that comes up to that plate on top. There's a little red plate on top of your top cover. There's no ring there, it transfers over, goes in to your hydraulic cylinder. I can explain that more later when we look at the top cover, but this is where all the hydraulic pressure from the whole pump is produced, comes out of here. So if we start the tractor and just reach in and pull this pump lever back, there should be a good amount of oil coming out of there. So let's have a look and see. That off so I don't smoke myself out. Okay, that's surprising. That's a lot of oil coming out. Well, more than I expected to see if the filter was blocked or if the pump was gone for that matter. Because when the pump had gone on me before, this tractor, the arms would go up, but not with any sort of implement on it. If you wanted to lift a grater blade, it had to be full RPM and it would lift it. It would not lift anything like a snowblower or a brush hog. So now I'm thinking if the problem is not in the top cover itself with that amount of oil flow. I'm going to do some investigation, some look in the book, and I will get back to you with the next step.